I haven't done a lot of I Stand with Vic versus Kick Vic tirades lately, mostly because I've taken some time to put that sort of thing on the back burner in recent months. Throw in the fact that I'm planning on using the summer to avoid talking about the topic, and more or less am focusing more on on my podcast as well as calling games that I'm able to get on my television as well as on streaming platforms, when applicable, of course. However, a friend of mine over on Twitter, who is a neutral party in all this, and a lawful one not at that, Board of Despair, has been basically doing what they do best, i.e., calling out both sides to limit damage control. But he's been mostly going after those who claim he's been picking both sides. He's I mean that this individual is an I stand with Vicar. I've read Bort's tweets, and from what I've read of them, it's clear that he's not. And this individual is not. They go after both sides. Again, the only reason I'm saying they is again, and I don't, if they want to keep their gender undisclosed to maintain anonymity, that's fine. I'm going to respect that. The individual, though, they target the most is I Stand with Vic posting their losers, posting their L's online L's, who, much like Mars Girl, Monica, and Jamie, claim they're the end all be all on the case, thinking that Vic was the defendant and was found guilty. No, he was the plaintiff, and the judge, as much of a cowardly, people pleasing rhino as he is, swept the case under the rug instead of confronting the evidence, chose to sweep the case under the rug instead of dealing with it head on. Now, while Board is something of an optimist who tries to find the best in certain kick vickers, individuals who are on kick vic, people like Kim slash posting their L's on losers, this bitch is a lost cause. And to me, this bitch is a lost cause, sir. But you are right. Her own lies set up. Here's what they left in a post yesterday. Quote, the two losers. Quote, ISWV always bitching. Like you, no ISWVer slash KVer deserves to be stuck. And I still see some good you past your toxicity. Despite Vic's assholery, quote unquote, there are lines we don't cross. You ever bother to think Ferris supporters know who I am? Your own lies set you up. This was what they posted yesterday. End quote. Losers, you are such a damn liar. You've seen me call out ISWVers and speak threat against threats on Monica and Jamie on my profile. You're scared of your actions being exposed. That's why you gaslight me. I never gave up speaking against threats on you. What the hell is up with you? You do realize you've been setting yourself up on this whole time. When you choose to avoid evidence, that's on you. Slandering to get rid of me alerts those seeing tons of evidence against you. You're afraid because you know you're in legal trouble and you're stuck. And there are a slew of tweets on here. The biggest difference between you and me, ISWV losers, and this is Board Despair, not me, I care more about the lives of everyone, regardless of sides, including that of your ultra stubborn hide, over the sheer amount of the clout and attention you so desperately want and finally got. You enjoying this? If you're going to meme roast, call out, or burn someone, at least do it right, without stretching or fabricating pre existing truth to ruin their lives like some angsty evil villain. Too much hot sauce ain't never good. Anyone who knows about Mr. Peanut Butter from BoJack Horseman may get my roast in reference to Vic. To be fair, and this is one of the reasons why I view Board as neutral. I don't like some of the stuff he says about Vic, but I at least get where he's coming from. And do I blast him for it despite being part of I Stand With Vic? No, I don't. And for the record, I've never bothered watching a single episode of BoJack Horseman, though I have heard of it. And why does this individual continue to basically come out against renegade ISWVers or on Twitter who go after from Monica, Jamie, losers, and the rest? Because KV are people, whether those on I Stand With Me, with Vic, including myself, want to admit or not. I mean, they're people with their heads so shoved far up their asses they can't see the light of day, but they are people nonetheless. Here's one of the more recent posts this individual Board put up. If I am biasedly I Stand With Vic or Kick Vic, it'd make no sense to have evidence in front of you calling me out. Of me calling out, condemning, and exposing harassments and threats against Kick Vic, Monica Vic, and ISWV. If I were double crossing both sides, many would know by now, including the accusers. Dare to Be Stupid, with the gif of the song on Dare to Be Stupid by Weird Al Yankovic. You don't gotta choose sides. I'd rather you don't. It's more important for you to all be open-minded. Think for yourselves. Minor SWVers and Kick Vickers got me in a tug of war, thinking I pick sides, and you do. Shut up. It's a gray area. I'm not excusing Vic's actions or slander against him. Hence why I view Board of Despair as neutral. Why I Stand With Vic posting their L's continues to go after this individual, thinking that they are Stand With Vic simply for calling her out for her own hypocrisy, I'll never understand. Bitch, leave him alone. Leave Board alone. I mean, I talk to the individual from time to time, asking his opinion on me. I mean, he knows that I am an I Stand With Vic, and I was a pretty renegade one initially, but I have since toned it down. But I have openly stated that I view myself still as a chaotic I Stand With Vic, not to the overkill renegade, but to Board. I need him to this individual to understand. Need them to understand that I view myself as a chaotic I Stand With Good, and sided with Vic mostly because, like Vic, I've been victimized by circumstances, says at cons in the past. Though, granted, in the case with me, many of the instances are legitimate, to the point I've been blacklisted from certain cons. Cons in my local state area. Vic, on the other hand, most of the evidence that's compiled against him, it's bogus. I sided with Stand With Vic mostly on the pretense of I didn't want what happened to me with legit evidence happening to someone like him under bogus contacts, with bogus contacts. That's all. And this is a guy I will defend and tell everyone to back off of simply for the fact that if it's their prerogative to take shots at both sides, both rogues and the nut on I Stand With Vic and the nutcases in Kick, who are more about clout chasing, quick fixes, and cover ups rather than actually getting to the truth of the matter, let them be. Let this individual be. Maybe when a certain someone is back in the White House in 2025, woke agendas will collapse to the point of destruction, to where they end up getting destroyed. Kabbalists, members of the deep state cabal, locked up and throw away the key. Those who have been victimized by these mobs will be vindicated to the fullest extent. The justice system will be returned to a one-tier system. The rules apply to all, not a two-tier like we have now, where those in the political upper crust get away with everything and the serfs are forced to adhere to the law and get punished even if they do adhere to the law. That's all I gotta say. I stand with Vic, now then forever. Leave a comment, share the video, and smash the like, sub to the channel. This is Match 228 signing out. Goodbye. Good fucking night. Bang.